Hello everyone, welcome to episode 70. Before I get to the channeling, I just want to speak a little bit about the importance of the spiritual path and the journey and getting support for that. It's all well and good to listen to channelings and gain the light codes that way and gain the information. But if we're not doing the work in our everyday lives, then there's a huge piece missing. So I just want to encourage you to stay on the path, to keep going, to keep doing the work. Life is getting interesting. There's lots of chaos emerging, and can be challenging sometimes to stay centered and focused in your hearts with love. But that's what we need to do right now as light workers creating the shift. We need to be absolutely focused on our creations of light. And if we have fears and doubts and limitations and all those things in the way, then we need to do our inner work to heal ourselves so that we can become more and more powerful and brighter beacons for the light and for what we're creating here on this planet. In my words, that's heaven on earth. So I thank you all for being on the journey with me, and I invite you to really stay focused and get the support you need. And there is a new level in the Creation Temple. It's called Sacred Creator level, and it's only $25 a month, and you'll get all of the DNA activations, all the meditations, all of the latest downloads that I'm receiving from Source are going into those videos that I put on the Creation Temple for Sacred Creators, Royal Creators, and Master Creators. So I invite you to upgrade your membership and take advantage of the beautiful support that you can receive there in that form. In this video, I'm going to be asking about any updates, energy updates for the month of February, and then we'll take some viewer questions. Dear ones, what has occurred in February, behind the scenes, if you will, is a movement, a restructuring of parts, a restructuring of the light grids, moving pieces to realign to the new frequency of Gaia, to your new frequencies, to adjust and allow for the incoming waves of love and light that are here and arriving on your planet as we speak. This realignment must occur to continue your evolution or your expansion on planet Earth. The realignments are occurring frequently now. And for those of you who are able to process great amounts of light, the realignments for you are occurring even more frequently. And so I ask you, dear ones, to be patient with the process and to also allow your own lives to be rearranged if you are willing. Because this rearrangement will take you to timelines of greater abundance, greater expansion, greater growth, more peace, more love, more of you, more of heaven on earth. And so do not look at your lives externally and say nothing has changed. But trust and have faith, dear ones, that much is changing at imperceptible levels for some. And yes, some of you are perceiving the changes. So I invite you to continue to allow the movement, the changing flows, the realignments. For there is a greater depth, a greater expanse to what is being realigned for you now. It is not at the whim of the energies, dear ones. It is guided and directed by your souls. And so I do not share this as disempowering information that you must wait, etc. It is to empower you to know that your souls are directing and guiding the changes and the flows. And your human aspects, as it is integrated with your soul, can step up into a much greater role of higher empowerment to also guide and direct the flows and alignments. This is a high-level mastery, and many of you are arriving in the place now where you can embrace this level of empowerment to guide and direct your flows. As always, what you see unfolding on your planet at this time of transition is to be observed, meaning stay centered in your emotional fields and notice and observe any triggers that you have, but do not give them power. For it would be easy to become angry at what you see, to become disillusioned with what you see. As we have discussed before, the chaos will continue to amplify, the polarity will continue to increase until you personally transcend it. And so if you are allowing what you see in the external, in global unfolding of events, if you allow what you see to take you out of center, then you have not transcended the polarity within you. And this is your primary task, dear ones, to transcend it within yourself first. And then all that is unfolding externally has no weight upon your soul. It has no weight upon your being. In the coming months, you will see much more amplification of this polarity. And for those of you who have been practicing, you will also notice that it does not affect you as it once did. For you are transcending the polarity within yourselves. And this is a very powerful place to be, dear ones, and I thank you. In the month of February, there have also been changes within your government, speaking mostly about the US, but affecting global government. Some changes outright, and many changes beneath the surface that have not yet been announced or revealed to you. These changes are part of the overall realignments that are occurring on your planet now. They are in divine alignment, although there are still many attempts to derail the alignments, to suppress the divinity of what is occurring. The powers that do not appreciate these changes are attempting all they can to sabotage, including much fake news, as you would call it, to distract from what is actually occurring, to evoke emotion in the collective field. But these beings are quickly finding that even though they are able to evoke emotional response from the collective, that the power they once had is waning. And so it is especially important at this time, dear ones, to absolutely maintain your focus of love, to flood your own beings with love, so that it is truly what you emanate 24/7 as much as possible. For there is nothing stronger than a human being emanating love. Because a human being embodying and emanating love brings a groundedness. It brings a high frequency into the lowest of frequencies. And this is why human beings are so important for the collaboration with Gaia's ascension. Because it is you as humans that are supercharging your planet with love. You are supercharging your solar system, your galaxy, your universe with love. Because of your minds, because of your egos, because of the power that you have in physicality, the love that you emanate is most powerful indeed.
A viewer asks, will there be a wave of high-frequency energy coming to the Earth in the spring of 2018?
Yes, dear ones, there are many waves of high-frequency love energies coming to your planet, now and in the future. Many of you are wanting a pivotal moment in time where everything changes, where everything shifts. The current timeline we are working with, dear ones, is a timeline of ease and grace, where there are gradual attunements to these higher frequency energies. This is very much on purpose and in divine order, so that all beings on your planet, in your solar system, in your galaxy can receive these frequencies without being destroyed. There will still be some casualties or physical deaths, as some beings are choosing not to receive these frequencies in harmony, and their physical bodies are not able to handle, and so their souls are choosing to leave the body. But with this gradual attenuation, many more beings are able to receive these energies and frequencies. It is possible that once all beings are at a certain vibrational level, that there could be an alignment for a sudden shift, such as you are implying with this question. We are not at this point yet, dear ones.
A viewer asks, since reality is fractal, do frequencies get higher and higher and higher, and is there a cap or limit to how high frequencies can get within creation?
There is no limit, dear one. At some point, the frequencies do become immaterial, meaning from your human perspective they are not perceivable to the human eye, the human mind, the human emotional field, etc. The capabilities of frequencies are unlimited. The combination of fractals are unlimited.
A viewer asks, what have been the results of what is occurring on our Earth's physical plane from the point of view of our ancestral star nations.
It is a bit confusing for this channel to explain, as there are time loops and timeline jumps and no time, and your current results unfolding upon planet Earth are related to what was seeded many eons ago. And with your concept of no time, are in the current moment. And so they are seeing what was envisioned, what was planned, what was created many years ago. And yet it is all in the now moment. The technologies, many mostly still underground and not yet fully emerged on your planet, are the results of what was visioned by your ancestral lineages. For each of you are carrying codes of these technologies. Each of you are carrying the seeds within your DNA to be expressed through your human expression here on planet Earth. And so what you refer to as free energy, quantum technology, and the like, these are things that have been seeded within you from your ancestral lineages. The reason you are on planet Earth is to bring forth those technologies to this realm. And so, while you may not consider the result to be in full material expression at this time, indeed, the codes are here. The instructions are encoded within your DNA. The blueprints for building, constructing, creating, etc. are within you. And as you clear yourselves of drama, of judgment, of lower vibrational frequencies, you are able to access more and more of your blueprints and codes. As you clear yourselves of substances that steal your energy, whether it is food or what some of you might call plant medicine, when you no longer engage with vampiric energies, you are able to access more and more of these instructions. Currently, many of these creations, many of these seeds that you carry within you, are in crystalline form. Within your bodies and within imperceptible dimensions on your planet Earth. Again, for some of you, you are perceiving them. For others of you, if you are not yet seeing or experiencing or sensing in some way these crystalline structures, they are a holding place, so to speak. For many of you have been creating and not yet seeing any fruition. Do not despair, dear ones, because your creations are held, in a way, in these other dimensions in crystalline form. And as your being becomes clearer and clearer, you will have more access to these dimensions. You will be able to merge 3D Earth with these other dimensions to materialize, to bring into physical form the creations you have seeded. Your ancestors are able to see all of this, and they rejoice, dear ones, for you are succeeding in your missions. And again, I invite you to be patient. For as your frequencies and the alignments are in place, you will also be able to see these and experience your creations in a much more tangible way.
A viewer asks, are we co-creating new dimensions and manifesting new possibilities for life?
Always, dear ones. Every thought that you have is a dimension. Every emotion you feel is a dimension. As I mentioned earlier with fractals, there are unlimited combinations of thoughts and emotion, of a knowing and feeling sense combined with a thought, or a perceived idea combined with an emotion. Every frequency that you emanate is a dimension. And there are unlimited combinations of your frequencies, thoughts, emotions, feeling and knowing senses. All of these creating new dimensions.
A viewer asks, are our dream projects and visions already manifested and being enjoyed in other planes of existence?
In some ways, yes, dear ones. The enjoyment piece comes in when you are able to focus and tune in to what you are creating and experience the joy of what you are creating, even if you do not yet see it in physical reality. So, for example, if you are building a house and you have been creating the blueprints with your architect, and you feel an excitement and a joy when you think about living in your new home, it is this joy that is what creates It is the joy that you feel in the moment of creation that is what brings your creation into physical form. Yes, the practical steps as well, such as gathering materials, paying the laborers, etc. But please understand, dear ones, that what I am saying is that you can enjoy your creations before you see them materialize. And in fact, this is a very important part of bringing your higher frequency creations onto planet Earth. This is why some of the higher technologies have seen more challenges arriving onto your planet, because the emotional state and centeredness required to manifest is a bit different from the emotional state required to manifest something like a rock, for example. You know, you can easily go outside and pick a rock up from the ground, and there you have a rock in your hand in material form. the frequency of the rock is quite different from the frequency of these higher technologies, such as free energy, that many of you are working to bring into physical reality, to be used and experienced by all beings on this planet. Because the light codes are coming from another realm and being expressed through you as a human, because they have not experienced full physical expression, they are not as readily available in this way of understanding. Yes, I understand many of these technologies are already available. But for those of you who understand their true purpose, in a way they are truly not yet available, as not everyone on this planet is experiencing them at this time.
A viewer asks, are we already living in the new Earth alongside the new Lyra, the new Maldek, the new Atlantis, the new Lemuria, in parallel timelines of peace and galactic abundance?
Again, in some ways, dear one. For your crystalline DNA and what is being held, so to speak, in these dimensions of crystalline realization and manifestation, there are aspects of you that are knowing of these dimensions, that are residing in these dimensions, simultaneous to residing in this dimension on planet Earth. I would not put too much focus on this, however, unless you are focusing in some way to merge these two realities. For if you begin to put all of your attention there, and less of your attention on your human aspect, the bridging energies weaken, and you lose power to manifest here on planet Earth from your human aspect. It is more about staying present with your human aspect and allowing these parallel timelines to be expressed through you here and now from your humanity. For many of you still enjoy leaving the body and going to these parallel timelines, for yes, it is quite pleasant indeed. But you are missing the crucial component of doing the challenging work here, engaging in your mastery opportunities here, strengthening your human aspect and your human being, so that these higher frequency understandings and timelines can be expressed through your human aspect. The more centered you are in your heart as a human being, the more these manifestations and frequencies can be expressed through your humanity, which is the whole point of coming to this planet, is it not?
Is there anything else Prime Creator would like to share with those watching this video?
I would invite you, dear ones, to allow yourselves to expand, to shine even brighter, to continue to cleanse and to heal of any cellular trauma that remains within the human aspect. For the trauma cannot be taken with you, and until it is healed and cleared, there will continue to be some level of struggle within your being. You may feel like you are at war within yourselves. There are no spiritual bypasses for this, dear ones. To move into higher frequencies and dimensions, to be a bridge of integrity as a human being with higher dimensions and frequencies, the cellular trauma must be healed. And so I would invite you to take a deep breath in this moment, dear ones, and allow a gentle cleansing of any trauma that you might feel in this moment. Thank you everyone for being with me for this energy transmission, and I definitely do invite you to step into some of these invitations that Prime Creator has given you. And if you want more support for that, definitely join the Creation Temple as a Master Creator. We meet every week online for powerful gatherings with your soul family. It's amazing, it's powerful, it's beautiful. You'll get the tools that you need for your spiritual path. You'll get personalized coaching and guidance from me and from your soul family within the temple. So I definitely encourage you to feel into that invitation from me. And if you're meant to be there, definitely come join us. Much love, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be good to yourselves.